Welcome to the first Berserker Khazan, the new Souls-like game coming in March from the developers at Neopal. Neopal. An Eastern dev responsible for Dungeon Fighter Online and DNF Duel. Now, I might know what you're thinking. These devs have absolutely no experience in Souls-like games, and guess what? You're right! I myself was also worried, but after playing the demo, this game has huge amounts of potential. If it keeps up what the demo showcases, this could be one hell of a Souls-like. The demo is well made. We first get to experience 2 levels of the game. That's right, the game is mission-based. Those of you who played Neo understand the way. And guess what? It also has the gear system and armor sets from Neo as well, along with the mechanics that are stolen from Neo. The game rips directly from Sekiro, the deflect mechanic, known as a brink block or a brink dodge, that also inflicts damage on your enemy's stamina bar. It's Sekiro with a stamina bar. Not gonna lie, it's hard to get used to even coming from Sekiro. You see, your stamina runs out from guarding and running and even deflecting and attacking overall. You can't just swing away and run for days like you can in Sekiro. You have to be decisive and deliberate with your attacks. It's Sekiro with stamina management. Imagine the posture bar from Sekiro also goes up when you attack or dodge or deflect. And dodging, though, is similar to Wukong, where the perfect brink dodges set you up for openings, or they're just straight up parts of a weapon combo. Speaking of weapons, we're limited to 3 different kinds. We have first the dual wield of an axe and a sword. Now this is your dex weapon with the most iframes and the fastest when it comes to executing brink guards, and has the fastest combos. The next weapon is your spear. It's a mid-range poke helping players that main spears and thrusting swords from FromSoft games, and does well for stamina damage. The last weapon is a great sword. This thing is your strength build with a guard focus. It's slower to brink guard than a dual wield, but it still can. Also, this is your big PP damage weapon. Now, each weapon has a slew of combo attacks that look pretty anime, though I cannot showcase them due to the limited nature of a demo, but hey, the example windows look pretty neat. Now, a neat way that the game handles these weapons is I know these weapons due to the level design of the second mission. The second mission, you're climbing a mountain and there's a shrine at the beginning, middle, and end of the mission. Each one gives you these weapons and throws fodder at you, allowing you to get used to each weapon before moving on. This is the greatest way to introduce the variety of combat styles the game has to its players. Also, some genius design by the devs is the bosses. So far in the demo, each boss has mechanics to the kit that are shown earlier in the mission that they're in. For example, the first boss is the Yatuga. He's a big old Yeti, but throughout the first level you've been finding smaller Yetis. Guess what? Part of the Yatuga's moveset is based on the Yeti enemy. Call this lazy if you will, but I think it's pretty dope to have an edge up on the boss from the get-go. I love that you go into a fight already with some base knowledge that the game has been teaching you. This continues with the second boss. It's a fight with the Phantom. The Phantom's moveset is largely based on the 3 weapons that you just learned how to use. This is genius. I love this shit. This right here is what got me excited for the game. Yes, the gameplay is solid and great, but this is showing full level design and boss design that's so good. If they keep it up through the whole game, will show immense prowess at game design and immediately made me have faith in his dev. More than any faith I have in Deck 13. Another neat thing about the boss is you get Lacrima depending on how much damage you did to the boss. Now, Lacrima is this game's soul currency. Now, imagine you're struggling a boss like you do in any Souls game, but you're slowly making progress on the boss. To be rewarded with more souls for the efforts that you're eventually going to truly struggling, help you out level the boss. I like this. I already saw getting the boss lower in health every attempt as progress. This just solidifies that fact. Speaking of levels, we only have 5 stats to increase with each increasing health to some degree, but our stats are endurance for stamina and recovery, proficiency for stamina damage and dodge decrease, and also scales a spear, strength for the greatsword scaling, weight scaling, and stamina drain, vitality for bigger health increase and resistances, and lastly, we have willpower for scaling the dual wield and increasing stamina recovery and guard damage decrease. All of this flows into a skill tree system for each weapon type along with a generalized one totaling for 4 different trees. Each tree giving access to moves that cost spirit. Now, spirit is a system that shows up as yellow nodes at the bottom of your screen, and different skills cost varying amount of spirit to consume. These moves are flashy anime skills, which for the most part I can't really show again due to the demo not letting me progress far enough into the tree system. Now, the dual wield tree focuses on swift movement, including brink dodges and brink guards, and comboing light attacks into heavy attacks. This Spear skills focus on mid-range combat and dodging, causing you to be in and out of combat, and has increased stamina damage to enemy stamina gauges. Lastly, the greatsword tree focuses on big damage and strengthening poise and buffing your guards. Lastly, the general skill tree is all about your standard buffs to your spirit gauge, giving you more and better ways to gain it, while also giving you new abilities to your long-range attack, a javelin, a easy-to-use throwable that consumes spirit on use. The first Berserker Khazan demo showcases amazing level design along with enemy design and boss design, and focuses on teaching player a variety of playstyles at their disposal, all while having fluid controls and having great feeling to the game. I'm excited for this game, and you should be excited for this game. Ranting time! Now, as a Souls-like streamer that has been in a Souls drought for the last, Souls-like drought for the last, God knows how long. This is the most excited I've been for a long time next to seeing the Elden Ring game coming out. I about cried when I saw the Elden Ring game, and I think that's gonna be the next review I do, even though I'm probably not gonna be able to do it justice, is either the Elden Ring or AI Limit. AI Limit is another demo that's out right now, and it's also coming out in March. Give it a try if you want, but it's not the best. It's got a cool little parry mechanic though to it, so I mean, hey, it's a Souls-like. It's kind of hard, but you know, we'll see. We'll see if I do a review on that one. But first Berserker Khazan, that's the game that you need to be excited for this March.